This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2021 Keystone Bullet Crossfire, model 2430BH. Okay, so you have a small kitchen back here, just a refrigerator and a prep area, that sort of thing. You have power stabilizer jacks. The switches are in the front compartment on the off-door side. I'll show you that when we get up there. Okay, you've got a power awning with a LED light strip. Outside speakers. This is the outside of your furnace, or I'm sorry, your water heater. Keep in mind that right now this is in winterized mode, so the water heater is bypassed and it's empty. You see the drain plug is taken out and it's empty. Make sure you fill it up before you turn on any kind of energy source for it, okay? It's important to not to run it dry. Okay? Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got a crank, and that's your dump hose over there. Alright, so that crank you could use, if this power tongue jack right here was to fail, you can pull this plug off here and it takes a 3/4 inch socket, or that crank will work, so you can crank it manually if need be. You got two LP tanks, and you have a automatic changeover regulator. Okay. This is a kill switch for your battery, which makes it good to you can disconnect the battery when you put it into storage, so it's not going to draw down by some of the ghost type sources. They're like the LP and carbon monoxide detectors will always draw power. They're hardwired to the battery, so if you shut it off, your battery will last a lot longer in storage. Okay, this little hook up there is just if you wanted to put a solar battery charger on here just to charge your battery, that's where you would plug it in. Here's the switches I told you about for the stabilizers. You don't lift the trailer with the stabilizers, you're just going to take the shake out of it. So don't overdo it. Here's your city water hookup here, which is the most common way to get water to the trailer. You just hook the hose on there, turn it on, and you're all set. Now if you go to a campground that does not have plumbing on the campsites, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here, and then use the onboard pump to pump the water, so you still can use all the plumbing just like you've got city water. You just have to fill the tank ahead of time. Now your slide out, just so you know, it's called a Accu Slide. You can see the cables on it. So you have an Accu Slide on this trailer. Your power cord is 30 amp and 30 feet long. Alright, and this is just an outside shower. This is your black tank flush above it. So what you'll do is, here are your dump valves. You see you got the black one right there with the black handle. That's for the black tank, which is toilet water and waste. Then you have the gray, which is sink and shower water. So you always dump the black first, because there's dirtier water than the gray water. The gray water will help clean it out. So you can do that. Then you leave the black tank valve open, and you can hook a hose right here, the hose at the dump station, turn it on, and it'll spray out the inside of your tank and your black tank and flush it out. So it's a good thing. This is just campground cable or satellite through. Alright, while we're looking up at the roof here, you have to keep in mind that the manufacturer tells you to check the roof every 90 days or so. Figure once in the spring, once in the middle of summer, once in the fall. You'll go up there, or have somebody else go up there, look at all the sealant, make sure there's no cracking or separation, make sure there's no damage to the roof from low branches and that sort of thing. Just give it a good inspection. If you see any issues, you get it taken care of. This yellow cap here is just a plug to keep dirt out of the quick connect for the LP. So if you want to put a grill, you can plug it in right there. You just use a low pressure grill. It has to be low pressure though, and that'll draw it right from your LP tanks. This is just a sprayer. It's got a quick connect right here, so you can obviously take it off and store it. All right. Okay. So let's go inside. See what we've got here. This is your control panel here. Your slide out here, your power awning, retract and extend. Always never leave the awning out unattended. If you're going to leave the campsite, then roll the awning in. Otherwise, you can get it damaged by the wind very, very quickly. So it's good practice to keep it rolled in, except when you're going to use it. If you want to light your water heater on gas, it's right there. On electric is right there. Remember what I told you. Right now it's empty and in bypass mode, so you always want to make sure you fill it up. You fill it up by putting the plug in, obviously putting the valves in the right position. This is after you flush out the antifreeze. And then you'll just turn on a hot water faucet. And it'll be spitting out air, and then air and water mixture, and eventually you'll get solid water coming out of the hot water side. That's when you know it's full. So you always want to fill it. The water pump I told you about, you use this to pump water out of the freshwater tank and to winterize the trailer. It's right there. Those are just lights. You check your levels here. You can see the battery's totally charged. Freshwater is empty. Black is empty. You don't have two black tanks here, so you just use the ones that you have. This is sort of a standardized panel. So the black tank is empty. As you see, as it fills, it'll graduate up in 1/3 increments. And once you get past 2/3, you got to start thinking about dumping the gray in the black tank. Okay. Your thermostat, you just go through modes. Fan, cooling, furnace, off. The fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. Cool is obviously the air conditioner running. Try to always use the fan on auto when you're using that also. Okay. Your TV mounts here. There's a backing plate, and here's your hookups here, of course. Your radio. Basically, with this one, you can, if you can see it down there, there's an HDMI. Right, there's an HDMI in right here, so you can go into the system that way. If you had like one of those little game boxes that kids use, if you're going to use it on a rainy day, and you have your TV hooked up, you can plug straight into it here, and you would set it here and plug it in there, of course. So that's one of the ways you use the in. Then it has just a regular USB port here. You can stream off of it, so you can put all your albums on one USB stick and take them with you. You can also hook up wirelessly with Bluetooth, so you can stream off your phone or your tablet. And then it has two speaker zones. One is in, two is outside. AM, FM radio, all the usual stuff. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. So next, let me look around here to see what we got. Okay. So right here, let me show you where I'm at in the trailer here. Right here. This device here is the power converter. So what this does, it converts 110 AC over to 12 volt DC. So you can see you got regular circuit breakers like you'd see in your house, and they're all labeled. That's 110 AC. Then its power is converted to 12 volt DC over here. You see you have 12 volt fuses here, and they're all labeled. If any of these fuses were to blow, they'll actually light up, so you can see them through this tinted plastic here. And when you're plugged in, it'll always keep your battery charged up front. So it'll keep your battery charged when you're at the campsite. And then, of course, when you're pulling the trailer, your alternator on your tow vehicle will charge it. All right. This device here is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detector. Also, you can see it's green there. It should always be green like that. Also, if it beeps very slowly, it's telling you that it's a low battery. Of course, if it goes off with a normal report, then you take it seriously. Obviously, you open the door, take everybody outside, shut the gas off at the front, and figure out what's going on. Okay. What else have we got here? All right, the refrigerator is a Dometic gas absorption refrigerator. So what you're going to do, this is on and off here. The thing to remember is, I don't know if you can see it very well, but right now it's on auto. Auto's pretty much where you want it. You can change it over to gas that way, but auto basically always seeks out electricity, and if it can't find it, it'll switch over to gas, or if it has a power outage at the campground, it'll switch over to gas automatically. That way you won't spoil your food. Okay, so auto's where it's at. And then the other thing to know, this is the thermistor right here. It should be up higher like it is now. Let me see this here. Our guy didn't do this correctly yet. I'm going to set the camera down for a second so I can fix that. So that thing you're looking at right now, that's the actual thermistor. That's how you set the temperature. The plastic part that I was sliding is just a clip that holds it. So you go like this, if you can see it. Let me see if you can see that. There you go. So I'm going to slide the thermistor into the clip. Then we're going to move it up high and snap it on the fin just like that. Let me show you here if I can. Right there. So that's what you as the sticker says here, the higher you go with it, the cooler it gets. So you, generally speaking, you're going to have it up as high as you can get it. Sometimes when it's cold outside, you might have to back it off, but usually it's just a matter of just a tiny bit if it starts to frost up. If that made any sense to you there, right? All right. So the oven and range top runs on LP gas, of course. I don't know if he's got the gas on, so we'll see here. This is the sparker here. Spark it by turning it clockwise. So let me try it here. Yeah, so he does have the gas on. You can see it lit. So you have obviously 3 burners, 3 knobs, and you have this knob over here, which is for the oven. Now the oven has a pilot light up at the bottom all the way to the back. Let me see if I can show you by sparking it. I don't know if you can see that or not. But what you're going to do here is you're going to go to the oven knob, you go to the pilot light, you depress it and hold it. Then you're going to spark this by turning it clockwise till the pilot light lights. Once it lights, you're still holding this in, still depressing it. You go for another 10 seconds or so and then to operating temperature. Okay? When you shut it off, the flame goes off, but so does the pilot light, so you have to relight it each time you use it. Okay. You've got a range hood with a light. The microwave works like any other microwave. Let me see here. Of course, you got bunks. Nice. The bathroom, the sink and shower work like any sink and shower. You have a GFCI here, if you can see that. All the plugs in the trailer are wired to a GFCI, so keep in mind if you're using the plug outside and it pops, you're going to reset it here. Alright, so the main thing to know about the bathroom, the toilet has to, RV toilets have to have, there's the flush pedal down there, you can see it where I'm putting my foot here, hopefully. You have to have some water in it to start using it, so the black tank is directly down there. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water, then you'll come inside and you'll just step on the pedal, right? You'll open the trap and water comes swirling out, and you put about a gallon or so into the black tank. It doesn't have to be exact, but the bottom line is you have to have some water in it when you start using it. So each time you start using the toilet, after the black tank's been dumped, let's say you're going to stay at the same campsite for another week and you had to dump the black tank. Well, you would come in here and you would repeat this procedure. You stand on the pedal and let about a gallon or so of water go in there, and then just start using it as normal. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. So you can drop the table down onto these 5 cleats, and you can use the cushions to fill in the space and turn this into a bed here, which is a good feature. The bedroom, there's a little storage under the bed, of course. Let me look around and see what we've got here. Okay. Alright, so this is the emergency window. To operate it, you're just going to push it through. You'd go all the way through with it. Then you grab hold of this red tab and pull the screen out, and then you can make your way out of the trailer in an emergency. Okay. All right. I think we might have it here. Let me look around a bit to see if I've forgotten anything. Okay, yeah, I think we've got it. So, okay. Well, we'll talk to you more when you pick up your trailer, of course. So, just keep in mind what I said. It's important to inspect your roof on a regular basis. Every trailer owner should do that. It's important. And right now the trailer is winterized and the water heater is bypassed. So keep that in mind also. Okay, thank you.